Can't hear you. Oh, connecting to audio.
Join with.
There you are.
Gotcha. What's happening?
What's
Good to
up?
see you again, man.
Everybody, you too. Where you guys at, respectively?
I think we're at our houses, huh?
Yeah,
Are
Josh
you
is in his
bathroom?
grandma's bedroom.
yeah.
That's spectacular wallpaper. You don't see that often enough these days.
Yeah, I think it's important to have.
It's just a filter, though, right?
Yeah.
I tried to wallpaper a laundry room during the pandemic because we all did something weird, and I have no idea how anyone does that, like without it being horrible. It's crazy. Like everything was off. It was tried this like big beach scene. Did not work.
No.
Great.
Yeah, it's tough. I've done like not wallpaper, but in one apartment that I had, I got like it was basically wallpaper. It's just like a big mural that goes on the wall, and you have to like cut it in pieces and stuff. It's definitely an art.
It was it. Nice. Well, guys, what's up? How you been?
Pretty good.
As far as the tour schedule, I know you guys have been pretty busy, but I haven't paid attention to what you've been up to lately. So are you guys taking a break right now, or what's your tour like?
I think it's mostly right now. We're kind of like prepping, and so yeah, we've got a number of things on the horizon. I'm just dropping stuff. Sorry. We've got a festival in Northern California in May, and then we're going to Europe in June, and then touring the States shortly after that. And then before all that, we're doing a MTV Unplugged
Saw that
performance. And yeah, and that one Tyler and I've been working pretty hard on, because it's just a little bit of a different approach than how we normally play our songs, and it's exciting and it's fun, and it's fun to kind of like work on something and to do something a little bit different. And I was talking to Tyler yesterday, and I was like, because we've still got a bit of time until this thing, but I'm already feeling like the kind of like nervous, sort of like anxious, like, oh man, I hope this all works right. And there's something really fun about that feeling, of feeling kind of sort of nervous and energized for something that maybe Tyler and I don't feel all the time anymore.
Sure.
But yeah, looking forward to it.
Well, we are going to talk about your 21 Pilots live stream experience, which is the cinematic experience. It's coming to theaters, replay kind of the live stream that you guys did just about a year ago. It was late May, right? Right after the album came out.
Mm-hmm.
But since you brought it up, I would like to mention that MTV Unplugged thing again, because that's new for you. That's kind of like a lot of people have done it, but at the same time, there's been some really historical aspects of that. But that's pretty cool. You guys got invited to do it. And as a matter of fact, I'm actually surprised it took so long for them to invite you to do something like that. I'm assuming a lot of ukulele.
Actually, so you would think the uke is definitely going to make an appearance. But I guess for me, the Unplugged series is less about playing something on an acoustic guitar, more about seeing an artist or a band in a different way than they usually present themselves. So things will still be plugged in. Little spoiler for you, but I guess the idea. I guess we're telling people the idea instead of them being surprised. But the idea is that usually when Josh and I perform, we perform 2 pre-recorded tracks. I always say that these tracks we're proud of because we make them ourselves, but they are pre-recorded so that we can focus on our performance and engaging with the audience. For this MTV Unplugged, what we're going to be doing is kind of building out and looping these tracks in real time, and so that you can see the chemistry and the work that goes into actually having these tracks exist. And so each of these songs, kind of by the end of them, will take a different turn and be presented in a new way than you've heard them before, and you get to watch us kind of like build them out. It takes a lot of prep, a lot of kind of like execution, and Josh and I are both kind of like we're both acting as the kid that you want in your group project. It's like organizing all the the spreadsheets and all the cue charts and all the timestamps, and so we're real involved and getting really deep into this. But yeah, this MTV Unplugged set's going to be something we're really proud of.
That's fun. All right. Can't wait to see that. June 9th. Then is that the release date or the record date or both at the same time?
I think we're performing it earlier than that, but it comes out on June 9th.
Gotcha. Awesome. All right. Back to the subject at hand, though, because we're talking about the thing that's coming out here shortly on May 19th. For us, for Denver, 2 nights. We got May 22nd as well. We got the encore performance.
You guys are
So that
special.
was only select. Well, we feel special. We feel like you guys make us special. We were the kickoff for your the town takeover, your
There you go.
first concert that we had. It's hard to believe, that out of all the shows I've seen over the years, one of the wildest things is to be able to go check out 21 Pilots at the Bluebird, in 2021, of all things, and the first show of your first tour in a couple of years. And the live stream experience before that was a little bit of a warm up, but totally different because it came at a time when concerts were starting to kind of happen. I'd been to a couple shows at that point. I was a little burnt out on the whole, I was very burnt out on the whole live stream, the virtual concert thing.
Right.
And I remember conversations, not with you guys directly, but kind of with people at Electra, where you were discussing that and saying, it's hard to do the 21 Pilots thing virtually. So you're shy to do that because it would take away from what you do. But with this thing, this was more like a Broadway performance than it was a virtual concert. Yeah, there was a lot that went into that. Can you talk a little bit, if no one's ever seen it, that's watching this right now and might be tempted to go check it out, what exactly went into putting that together?
Well, yeah, so to give it some backstory, this was a live stream concert that we did to release our record last year. And, Josh and I had always said that we probably wouldn't do a live stream concert just because we feel like those things just kind of fall flat and get real stale real quick. And then 2020 happened and we realized that our hand was forced. So we knew that we wanted to do it differently than we'd ever seen before. And of course, the ideas that came from our heads, like all these different set designs and, the story that's kind of like coursing throughout, and a beginning and an end and a narrative with a lot of engaging new things happening at each turn. Of course, it ended up taking us about 8 months to put together, and from beginning to end. And so we're really proud of it. So it was a live stream. This is the airing that we did last year. But this time we went back and we got to mix the audio specifically for a theater, which is a whole other thing. The word experience gets thrown around a lot, but this is really, it does feel like an experience with the way that it's mixed when you actually hear it in a movie theater. So it is a live concert, but it's way more engaging. I think way more interesting than any other live stream I've ever seen. And then also there's some footage that we put in there that kind of shows how we pulled it off, some of the behind the scenes, us kind of, working on the different blocking and, choreography and changes and set designs and all this stuff. So it's something we're really proud of. And it is one night only. I guess in Denver, it's happening 2 nights. So check out, I think it's most movie theaters in some of the bigger cities all over the country. So
I was checking it out. There's at least 8 I saw in the lineup, and they kind of scatter all over the city. So you should be able to find a spot if you want to check this out. I know there's a website, 21 Pilots, cinemexperience.live. I'm going to mess it up unless maybe you know it right at the top of your head.
Yeah, I don't know it either. I've got my ticket. I already have my I can show up and just be like, hey, that's me. I'm going to go in.
You could do is just do like I did, just Google 21 Pilots Cinema Experience. There you go. It'll take you right to where you need to go and put in the zip code. And that's how I found it. But with the actual...
It's 21pilots.film.
All right. That's even better. Thank you.
I'm there now.
Because watching in the theater, obviously, you said it's going to be a totally different experience, not just from the sound, but most people who watched this previously, probably like I did, just watched it on their computer. I tried to get on the TV. It wasn't like streaming as smoothly as I wanted to, so I did it on the computer. But that actually helped because all these cool, if anyone never, is this available just to watch anywhere, like even on a computer or?
Nope, not right now.
Okay, yeah. When it was happening, you could cherry pick a scene that you just saw and you could share it to social media immediately.
Oh, cool.
You can click on it, pop it up there. And I think that helped kind of drive the excitement for it. Not that we needed it. It was the first time we got any live 21 Pilots in a couple of years. I'm assuming that's not going to be part of the experience, but everything else, like the whole film, the Good Morning Dima, everything that came along with it is all going to be part of what is the same show on cinema.
Yes. Yeah. So what went out live that night it is, you know, with all of the good and the bad. We did, like I said, we did get to get our hands on the audio and mix it right. So that was what I was, you know, because when you do a live stream thing, you know, what you play, it is what it is. It goes out and it's live. And
Okay.
you know, being you know, a little bit of, you know, audiophiles ourselves, we love that we got our hands on the recording and actually got to kind of like curate it a little bit more, which will make for a much more enjoyable experience rather than just getting it live right through the soundboard.
Have you seen it then in a theater? Like, have you screened it yourself that way?
I haven't seen it yet. I've listened to some stuff. I know we had some our creative director Mark, who's been with us our whole careers. He was in LA and he sat through a few different screenings of it and made some notes and stuff. And so he's been pretty hands-on. Shout out Mark Eshman.
Wonderful. And I would say the only the thing you fixed, like the only downside even to watching the stream itself is when it ended, I was like, oh, I was hoping it would go on for like another hour or so.
See, that's I'm glad you said that. That was our goal. We wanted it to feel like, oh wait, that it's over. Because the opposite is just so prevalent in live streams, which is how much longer are we going to be watching this? Yeah. So we wanted to not only to swing the pendulum on the other side entirely. And I think that's what we accomplished.
Yeah, obviously. And I didn't even think about that. That was one of the downsides of a lot of the virtual concerts that I got to, because it's exciting at first, but it doesn't really replace that live music thing. And for an hour and a half, like, you know, I could stand up, I could charge myself $10 for a course. Like I could do all these things and make myself feeling I'm at a concert, but you're not. And so that is that is the bonus, I guess, we'll get in the theaters is the extra 20 minutes of footage. So awesome. 21 Pilots, the live stream experience come May 19th and the 22nd here in Denver, one of the special cities to get that. MTV Unplugged on June 9th, if you want to check that out. And you mentioned the Northern California show. That's Napa, that's Bottle Rock, man. That was a bucket list, man. That lineup is amazing. It's Metallica and you guys, and then like a whole smattering of other bands over 3 days. That one looks terrific. So
we're excited.
Once again, you're picking the right places to be this year.
Nice.
So hopefully we'll see you in Denver sometime soon. Josh, Tyler, 21 Pilots, thanks for filling us in, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
See you, Steve.
Yeah.